Hi. I feel like I should call you something. Like everybody on here is like calls you something. Like my little bee stings or something like that. No, I won't. Or if I do, I haven't figured it out yet, but you don't need to be my little bee stings. Oh, that's kind of cute. My little bee stings. No. Let's see. Let's have a little ramble. Because sometimes things just happen, right? And things happen like for the coolest of reasons, and so random. Like I cannot begin. I'll tell you this crazy story. That's why I'm here, right? We're here to tell stories and to look at that hair bubble. It is what it is. And welcome to 9919. I'm so about it. This whole energy shift and the opening of the portal and the Saturn and the whole thing, because it's my birthday week too, and I'm Pisces moon, and the Pisces full moon happens on like my birthday eve, and so at midnight, if I'm be running through the streets naked or something, I probably will, because I've said that multiple times. Sounds fun. So we have where I live, right, there is which is this like little beach town thing, and it's everybody has like around Samhain and stuff. There's this like the witches group, and they all dress up like witches, and then they go parading through the town. And some of them really are witches, I've learned, and some of them are like not. But no one has really come forward. Everybody just sort of knows, like there's lots of purple doors around here, and everybody knows this. But then this wonderful lady who actually is, I inhabit, like I have two businesses running here in this town at the same time. And one of them was this lady that she had the spot before I did, and she had a health trauma and had to let it go. And then I took it on. Well, as it would happen, she is a very, very real, very practicing witch. And she's part of this like Facebook group. And she's not one that goes and does the dress uppy walk around town thing. Some of them do, some of them don't. But the other ones, they're just play for fun. So this gal, she decides she's participating. There's also a Facebook group that is called this Witches of Where We Live. And then, so this lady decides like to go ahead and make another one. And it's very similarly titled, but it's a closed group. And she invites several of us in that have been posting things in this other one and that are a little too, like, you know, too much kind of stuff. And so she makes this other group and invites us in. Well, those people that are in that group are real practicing witches. And yours truly there decides to really invest in it. You know, I have a restaurant and bar and thing, and people that were not open on Mondays, and so I invite them all in because they're starting this group only since last week. This group, they've been showing sign, like talking about, and this is the closed one. Like now the other one is really kind of sort of insignificant because it just is. And so this closed group now, for the past week, we've all been like sort of chit-chatting and you know, owning up to it. And the lady that started is like talking about her she's posting real stuff in there, you know, and so all of a sudden it's like safe, you know, that there's this group, and so I'm playing with cards. People are starting to talk about like Oracle and Tarot a little bit, and so I say, hey, why don't we have this like meetup? You can bring your favorite deck, or you can you know, readings or whatnot, and people are all into it. And so like 8 people showed up tonight. Oh, jumpers. 8 people showed up tonight. Doable. It's doable. One of my favorite decks right now is the Magick of You Oracle. So, and I can't seem to keep it out of my hands, and the cards just fly out. And I listen to them, and maybe I'll hear in a little bit. I'll redo a story about the card Doable, or another one. So I invite them there, and I mean, I made like lavender lemonade for everybody, and it was really awesome. It was super awesome because all of a sudden there is a room full of real practicing witches, many of which I already knew, but I did not know about them or what they did in their own spare time, as they didn't really know about me and what I did in my own time in my own home. And others that I didn't know. You know, I met this really awesome woman that has just moved here about 5 months ago, and she is Latina and knows everything about the Orishas, and you know, that's her like main goal and main focus or main study practice. So much to offer. Like we all were just kind of, everybody is solitary and everybody's been practicing. But now, there's all of a sudden, there's kind of like, I keep saying all of a sudden because it just is so spontaneous and like so spur of the moment and so like quickly, that now there's like 8 people sitting in a room that all are now wanting to share ideas or wanting to come together and be able to not necessarily like practice together, but learn from each other. Maybe practicing together is down the road. But it was just super cool. The energy in there was phenomenal. And the sky was lighting up and lightning, and we had these incredible colors and thunder just rolling on the whole time. It was pretty incredible, and I feel very, very much inspired and very lucky to just randomly, there's a coven sitting there and some, like I said, some of these people I've known in because of the town, and others I didn't. I just met tonight for the first time. So the universe just does its deal, you know, just winds through the way it's supposed to, and makes magic happen. It's a very magical time, and I feel very magical, and totally into it. Yeah, I just feel like I have been pushed, or gently nudged into the right proper direction, and I am learning things every day and practicing every day, and really dedicated and to my practice and my spirituality, and so feel that I have everything kind of like it's just lining up. For me, it's doable. It's doable. The Magick of You. Magick of You Oracle. Great deck. Great deck for shadow work, apparently. I don't look at the book too often. I should. There's great things in there. There's like a ritual for every card. And tonight I still really want to do some work on my own here. And utilize and harness the energy that I am totally receiving, like 100% downloading. I'm just, and I get like really like frenetic, is that the word? Like I feel it's just so powerful right now around here, or around me, or I am, or something's going on. But I don't necessarily know what's happening. I don't know how to say it, like or how to. I'm like a brand new kid learning things, but things that I'm doing, like I just like it's like beamed in, like oh, boom, there it is, and then I do it, and then it works. Like a lot of, like for example, this eczema cream stuff salve that I made cures it nearly instantly, within 8 hours. I sent a sample of it home with a friend of a friend, and she has her grandson is like 2, and I was super nervous, like I don't know about those babies. Apparently she did, and put it on him, and boom, instantly cleared up. This like little baby had eczema on its face. So which then will take me to the next. This is just rambling on. It takes me kind of to the next thing is that I am not changing the name of the product line Elebre, that's staying the same, but I'm adding to it. And I've tried a few different things, and I own now several websites or domain names that I'm trying to determine which one is the right one for me. Elebre stays, and then based upon the logo, Elebre I had then in like sub lettering like the apothecary, but I kind of think that's like cheesy, and not cheesy, but just like overused. So I do believe that it says Elebre in my font, and then underneath that, then it just says alchemy, Elebre alchemy. I like that. It's kind of ring to it, and it's not like played out. And I hate to use that word because those are not words that make sense to me really. Played out. It's like that. It just doesn't work. So, but I do think that in this day and age, you have to, and this time of the internet, you know, you got to stay on top. You have to set yourself apart for sure. So I am. What's this card? What's this one? It wants to stay with me. And if, of course, I think it says Epiphany because that's, don't have glasses on. Yes, it does. Epiphany. Reveal your gifts. Yes. And they're doable. So so now I'm getting like energy, like messages. So both of these cards, the Epiphany, reveal your gifts. If you see right here, there's like, it's like her arm is open up and gold oozing out, like running gold is coming out of her. And she is wearing a mask on her face of gold, and it's covering her eyes. Like it's totally, what is coming from her is from within. Like this is not learned things. These are her gifts, revealing your gifts from within, like what spills out of you. That's not something you have to see. It's not something that you need to read in a book. It is definitely, you know, these are gifts from within, this guidance from within that is coming through. And she is ready to, she's already, that gold, that's the liquid gold is already made a crown for her, made a face, the shield that's down around her face with the leaves and the trees and the branches from that gold. So it is already solidified and already is well in its way of showing these gifts, and she's wearing them like a crown. That's my thoughts on that card. And then doable, the key is within your grasp. And again, the reason why I had to stop right there is because there are some similarities in this, in these two images. This one is doable, the key is within your grasp. And again, we have a breakthrough, and there's an arm coming out of the hole, the breakthrough there, and that arm is reaching for the key, and it's almost there. Like the fingers are just nearly touching that key, and the oh, I didn't realize this before. Cool. So, and then but the key is in the grasp of the bird, and the bird has the key, and is swooping down, just as the human arm is reaching through this hole that is obviously, the glass is still shattering. It's still in flight. The glass is still shattering there, and it is, again, with the leaves. And leaves to me mean abundance. Like there's so many, and they're flying around. Like you can grab anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be the key. It is the key of what you need, or what you need to manifest. It's not necessarily like you don't need to unlock the door. The lock is already open. It's there. And the bird in flight, which has some really great light to it. So this bird is like a light of from the universe, swooping down, and has that key, and the leaves and everything, they're just all right there waiting for you. So much light. And then, of course, the way that this is positioned, with the, you know, stonework with the angel or the guide, the spirit guide is right there ready to help you at all times, looking over you and creating that arch to encompass and surround you in under its wing, like the birdie there. That's what I'm getting here. I love this deck so much. It just really resonates with me. Yeah, I can look at these all day, and I do. So there's a couple of little quick card interpretations. And for me in life right now, like, I feel really lightheaded all of a sudden with that. I really see like those things, and those are available for anyone, especially right now with the energy shifts, with the 9/19 portal that's being opened up for us right now. Old ways, toxic energies, like that stuff's all done. Like, you just have to ask for it. Like, you can just, everything that is old and not useful to us is really able to be healed and to be let go of. It's time, and it's right now. And all you have to do, you have to ask. Or just say it. It's just over. It's just done. And one thing, like today that happened after we were leaving our meeting, which lasted 2.5 hours, and we were all just sharing like what our thoughts and stuff were with each other, and where we are on our own paths, and what we could gain from each other, what we could give to each other. It was pretty incredible. And the whole time, this is kind of a bummer. It is and it isn't. The whole time I was turning in my hand like I was shuffling these cards too for a little while, but then I was also turning in my hand one of my newer crystal finds, Lemurian skeletal quartz crystal, which I just had it. There's so much energy in that room, and with it being my birthday week and the full moon in Pisces coming up, which is my moon sign, I'm feeling like amped. It's really kind of hard to curtail a little bit, which is fine. I will channel it somewhere else. But unfortunately, I channeled it sort of poorly also this evening, and I didn't do such a good thing. But it's okay, because what I learned from this, way to be all over the board tonight, Wendy, is like to find the healing in what happens. So I just, all 4 pieces of it now, ta-da, used to be all one, of course, and then there's this, what I learned from this, and it's beautiful now in its brokenness, as we all are. But it had already had this empath area, and I would rub it a lot. I used to, when it was all one section. Now it's 4, actually 5. There's a little teeny weeny ones here. I will love it anyway, and I do, and I will learn to be compassionate and do some self-love and healing with this, and forgive myself for breaking him, because was so full of this energy that I had just kind of poked it into the side pocket of my bag, and then I leaned over to grab something, and out he went, and within 4 inches off the ground, like that, he was all of a sudden, he was in 4 pieces. So I forgive me for this broken guy, and I don't, and one of the gals that was still there, that was sort of waiting around for me to, making sure I was okay, she said it's time to bury it in the earth. And I don't really think so, or at least not yet. I don't think it's ready to be buried in the earth. As a matter of fact, I think it's still here for me to learn and love from. Maybe part of it or something, I'll do a little burying ritual, but I don't think that it's time yet. I will heal it as best I can tonight, lay it in a bed of sage or something, but there is still quite like the Lemurian grid lines are all right here along this empath point, and this is meant to be with me still. So I am super, well, actually I'm really glad that I'm talking about it right now, because he's not done. He just got tired of me pushing all this energy through him. And so he broke. And now it is going to have a little rest and a little cleansing, and hang out in this, one of my favorite little thrift store finds, this little dish. And I've got, that sits on my ancestor altar, so it says believe, and it's got a little dandelion in there. So I do believe. So we're gonna let him hang out in there on my ancestor altar, and let my papa and my mama take care of him, and cleanse it out, and let me keep my hands off of him for a while, because I just stuffed too much energy into it. That room was just so full. It was crazy. It was really good crazy, but I just still can't believe that all of a sudden there is 8 people sitting in a room all discussing like their viewpoints and their ways of magic. And they were all different, and they were all fabulous and wonderful, just like everybody. And I think, and it's weird to me, I guess I keep saying it's weird, is because it was such a, like, I'm used to hanging out with you guys online. A lot of you, I go on and listen to the lives or watch it later or something. I interact with you all in that, on that forum. So to have people right in front of me that I didn't even like ask for necessarily, it just happened. There they are. So we are going to hold like monthlies, and if other people come from this side offshoot Facebook group, then they do. It'll be pretty cool. We are definitely, it's gonna be, we all talked about tonight, selective in that process of who gets to join that Facebook group, because I guess there's still, as many of us discussed about our solitary practice and how we just don't really you just don't come in and be like, here, look, here's everything in my house. Although I'm totally into it now, I'm fine with it. I turned 49 on Sunday. I should get fine with me. I am totally, but you know what I mean? I should be like, nah, screw you. Which the more I do, the more that the universe opens up to me, to my path and who my people are. Obviously, I have 8 brand new friends or people that I have known that now are part of another collective and another avenue that I get to learn from right here in my own town. So that's pretty groovy. That is very groovy. Let's see, I'll do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, press the bell. And I will do my best to make the Magick of You. I love this deck. I've said that about 100 times. I'll do my very best to continue to deliver things to those that do subscribe. I don't have the big 1,000 followers, so you get it in pre-records. Let's see, should I read one of these out of the book? The thing about this guidebook is it's pretty amazing. Like, everybody says, like, try to do as much intuitive reading as you can, which I just did, and I feel, and so now it's kind of it'll be interesting to see how I feel about things, if perhaps it is the same. So if you want to, I will read to you at least one of these. Okay, so doable, card 4, doable. With the bird and the spirit guide, which I just looked again, and that guide is lit up from above and below. That angel there, and she is just glorious. So many leaves. I love leaves. Anyway, doable. The key is within your grasp. What you seek is within your grasp. As with all yeses, there are adjustments. Release yourself from a lingering mental prison of fear that you are not enough, that you are not worthy. You have the right key. Don't doubt it. It's time to be grateful for your teachers, even the ones whose lessons you didn't necessarily like. Past lovers, past employers, bullies, cyber stalkers, all had lessons to teach you. Incredibly, when you meditate on gratitude for those lessons, the struggles around you dissipate. The key to opening the rest of your life hovers within your grasp. It is yours to use. The girl of doable fearlessly breaks through the glass ceiling and grabs the potent symbol of her getting of wisdom, the golden key. Tears of blood are shed, residues of past pains and losses reflected in the carved face on the entryway above her. So isn't that interesting? Like, I'm so drawn to that right now. Oh, and there is blood dripping down her. I didn't notice that, but now I will. The girl of doable fearlessly breaks through the glass ceiling and grabs the potent symbol of her getting of wisdom, the golden key. Tears of blood are shed, residues of past pains and losses, reflected in the carved face on the entryway above her, are now transformed into the power and assertiveness. If this card is drawn at a time you are seeking to step up into the next widely acknowledged level of success, whether it be career advancement, passing a test, being accepted into an institute of learning, this card indicates that the answer is yes. Well, yep, I see that. So then there's ritual, and actually I'm glad I pulled this card again because I like this ritual a lot, and I really think that probably tonight I'm going to do it. Choose a closed doorway that opens away from you in your home. Lick the index finger of your writing hand and name your door with a word representing your goal traced in spit. Using incense or a smudge stick, fan the smoke around the edges of your door while meditating on what you want. When you're ready, open the door and step through it. Know that what you desire is now possible and happening. You have broken through the glass ceiling. You have navigated your obstacles, and you are free to grow and evolve into the next best expression of you. All right, I'm doing that. So, and maybe some of you guys will too. Use that tonight, especially because it's the 919 portal. So, you can name that doorway the portal. And there's like pretty much one that I can use other than from outside, but I want to do the inside one. And so we're going to do that. We're going to hang up this phone, and we're going to do this ritual of doable. And before we go, I'm getting all lightheaded again. I just had dinner too, so it's not like I'm having blood sugar, but I just energy heady. That and my favorite incense is going over here, so maybe all kinds of things are happening. Epiphany. I'll read this one to you real quick. And it is reveal your gifts. The girl of Epiphany is caught enjoying the sweet scent of her own success, but now it is time to share this success with the world. Have you been keeping something from others, something that would surprise and delight them? The world wants what you have to share. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so do those 8 people in that room. And so do your people. So find your tribe, or they'll just find you. The world wants what you have to share. Awaken to your hidden talent. You are more than enough. There are hidden gifts, a new skill, new passion bubbling up, ready to pour out of you at this time. Just as the gold pours out of the girl of Epiphany's arm, what is a deep goal? Something you may have considered impossible. It's your duty to unveil and release this potential inside you. The time is to act is now. The universe will conspire in your favor if you take action now. So, yes, absolutely. Let's do it. The ritual for this one exercise is for 3 days, say yes to every request and opportunity. Be guided only by yes and where the willingness takes you. Witness the special skills and talents unleashed in you, knowing that anything is possible when you allow it to be. We can do that too. So, yeah, killer. I love this deck. I was going to do another one too, but I don't think I am. I think we're just going to rest there. I decided it was a good idea to actually read some other thing, but I have edited that out. And now we are back to I love them. So original programming. And I'm going to walk through the door of yes. I'm going to walk through the door of yes tonight. So rewind back and do it too. You do it with me. Let's all do it. And welcome to the portal 9/9/19. Love you. My little bee stings. You're not bee stings. Anyway, we'll catch up again soon. Bye.